All right. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Liquid Clay, coming back at you with a live stream of Moss. This is only the second time I've streamed this game. I've had this game, I think, a couple of years. I know that a couple of years ago, yeah, it's been about 2 years. I bought another PlayStation VR headset to replace the original one because it had that big block for a plug, and it came with a digital copy of Moss. So I looked back into my library, and it turns out I did stream it before. So I thought maybe it's time to revisit it. And looking at this game, it's still a great looking game, but now it makes me curious what the Quest version looks like. I guess before we go any further, a couple of things real quick. One is that I believe Alvo is going to release pretty soon. They've been making a series of tweets on Twitter. I think it was rumored that the game might be out at the end of the month. I can't really remember offhand if that was going around, but I did see on Twitter that the YouTuber BMF said that they should be making an announcement on a release date here pretty soon. So that'll be great news. As far as I've talked about this ad nauseum, PlayStation VR is sorely lacking in first-person shooters. All we have is Firewall as far as a real first-person shooter goes. As far as I'm concerned, which Firewall has a couple of issues that most notably host migration that I'd like to see them fix. Anyway, when Alvo comes, it's supposed to come to I believe PC and PlayStation, and it's supposed to come to the Quest a couple of months later. That came directly out of the developer's mouth as they answered one of my questions on Twitter. And I think you guys are going to be happy with this, because as far as PlayStation VR goes, I think that's going to be your version of Call of Duty. All right. Oh, is that all I had to do? Oh my Christ. This is still a good-looking game, even a couple of years later. And I think one of the few PlayStation VR games that's not blurry. Okay. Looks like he's come upon a village. Let me see if I can get to this. All right, let's try this. Uh-oh. He's gonna die. All right, I got it. Ah, crap. I might actually have to stand up for some of this.
Thanks to her new friend, Will had saved priceless grains from the hourglass. She raced to the door of the cottage she shared with her uncle, hoping once he saw her discovery, he'd lose himself in tales of its legend.
All right. Have a quick drink here.
Uncle Argus was watching the evening light dim when Quill burst through the front door of their cottage. Uncle! Uncle, there's something you have to see!
Out past the bell again,
He scolded.
Quill, I've told you countless times.
I know, Quill replied, crestfallen. I didn't mean to worry you, but I found something strange and magical. Quill's hands trembled as she showed him the glass. What is it? She asked. A look of panic spilled over her uncle's stoic exterior.
Where did you find this?
Roared Uncle Argus. Quill had never seen her uncle so shaken. Just west of the clearing, she explained. And as soon as I picked it up, something started helping me. Uncle Argus followed her motion.
A reader. With you, here, right now? Quill, what you found is very powerful and very dangerous,
He said with great concern.
If I could take this burden from you, I would. But this reader has chosen. Even with the moon full and bright, I must go right away.
Quill pressed. Where are you going? I can help. We can help.
No,
He snapped.
they'll find you and tear you apart. I have to go alone. It is for your own safety and for everyone here in the clearing.
His long, heartfelt hug told her he was heading for danger.
I'll be back before midnight. Until I return, I need your word you will not leave the clearing with that glass. Promise me, Quill.
I promise, she said reluctantly, wondering where her uncle was going so deep into the night. Hey, kid! Kid! Wake up! Hey, kid, over here! I know where your uncle went. I can show you. You're twofold now. Very important. Bring that glass, and your sidekick, too. We're going to need them. Quill called out. Hey! Starthing, wait! Quill had never met a starthing. In campfire stories, they often meddled in the lives of mortals. And when they appeared, mischief followed.
Yeah, it sounds like a setup.
Passage through the eastern gate was strictly forbidden. But despite her promise, Quill knew in her heart that Uncle Argus needed her. Quill demanded answers. Starthing, you can't just barge in here with your riddles. Where is he? What do you know?
The trouble your uncle's heading for is the kind only you and that silent giant up there can get him out of.
All right. Oh, 1 second, folks. Oh, I get it. Gotta pull this back out. And then we gotta pull this back out.
This way, kid.
Urged the starving. And don't forget to tuck your ears in.
Trophy. Oh, it's a deer right there. Wow. Ah. Come on, PlayStation controller. Ah, crap. All right, folks. Looks like I got my first issue that I'm stuck with. 1 second. All right. Hopefully that does it.
Just on the other side is the mire.
The starling assured her. There's a good chance your uncle's still there.
Well, there's the squirrel he rode out on.
Did you hear that? The starling seemed anxious. I've ruffled enough leaves in these parts. I can't be seen with you. I'll catch up with you later. Just don't go and die on me. Trophy. Oh, shit.
This looks too easy. Damn. Quill. Damn it. Trophy.
A whisper echoed through the trees.
Fought like someone who has stolen our champion's power.
A small, yet fantastical band of sprites emerged, surrounding Quill.
I'm Veda, root seer of the mire, and you have crossed into our domain.
One second, folks. I'm just having a drink.
She sized up Quill with a rueful gaze, then turned her attention upward.
I sense you there too. I have not felt the presence of such a promising reader in some time.
A youthful warrior marched forward. Rootseer, I'm prepared to honor our great champion's legacy. Rodent, give us our glass. Quill stepped closer. Where is my uncle? If you've hurt him...
Silence!
Veda thundered back.
It was Argus who summoned us here, and now I see why. Young one, I'm afraid the trees hum of attack. Your uncle's been taken to the castle of your ancestors.
Quill's knees buckled as Veda continued.
Argus put himself at great risk calling for us. Your uncle once took a solemn oath to protect the glass of your fallen king. He is the only one left who knows where it's been hidden. The Arcane have long sought to wrest that knowledge from him. And you dare to cross into the mire with our glass? Sarfog will soon burn through this forest looking to tear you and your reader apart. Unless, of course, you find them first.
One second, folks. Just trying to put my drink down.
Take these. Weapons made for the mighty champion who died so that your people could live.
Quill felt its otherworldly power course through her.
Find your uncle, Twofold, before the serpent and its masters break him.
The warrior fumed. Our glass with her? Rootseer,
She's minuscule.
Come now. The reader has chosen its hero. We must let their story unfold.
Vader replied with a frost of finality, and vanished into the shadows of the mire.
And with that, I am going to leave it there. It's actually a pretty good game. And before Astrobot came along, this was the platformer in VR that everybody was talking about. And it's still, depending on who you ask, it still may be arguably the best platformer in VR. It probably comes down between this and Astrobot. I think we had the Zen's Adventures or something like that came out a couple of months ago that kind of looks like Crash Bandicoot in VR. But at the time that Moss came out, I knew it was a good game, but I really didn't have that much of an interest to play a platformer in VR, but it really is a great game. And more than anything, I was starving about what I wanted in VR, because I don't think we had we didn't have the abundance of first-person shooters. We didn't really have the sim racers on the level that I wanted it. So I think back then I think rather than enjoying the VR that we had back then, which I knew was a great thing, but I think I was also doing a lot of crying about what I wanted out of VR. And I think now we probably got about 95% of what I want out of VR. There's virtually nothing that I can't play aside from, a full-blown football game or something in VR. So now that I have just about everything I want in VR, I can actually come back and enjoy this game. I think it's a pretty good game, and I think it's a game that I think I'm going to try to finish. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hang it up, and we'll come back and play this game again soon. With that being said, thanks everybody for watching. Wakanda forever. Long live the king. And deuces. We will catch you all later. Have a good night, everybody.